Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Bookmap up and running. We're getting it up there for you. Can we hold 90K? Are we going to 50,000? Or are we going to 100,000? Only time will tell. We have so many people on either sides of the ball. I'm going to take it one step at a time and wait for my subconscious mind to give you the greatest signals on earth, which I know I'm going to find. Stick with me. I'm going to see things differently. I love you. Let's go. Boom. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, baby. Let's go. Wearing the shirt I wore when my dad died, man. God bless everybody here on the live. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank you so much for coming on in. Let's get the lemon into the water. Let's get going, baby. Woo! The most energetic stream in the game, man. Get you out of your seat. Get you moving. I changed my life. I went from 0 to 60, and I'm still moving. I want to teach you how to do it too every single day with vibrance, with love, with compassion, and with gratitude for each and every one of our lives, man. We have such a great opportunity in front of us. Everybody here on this channel, we're blessed. We're all blessed. Let's have a sip of that lemon water. Let's decalcify the pineal gland. Get ourselves on another level. That's how I started zooming to the moon, baby. Let's go. First thing. Put some Himalayan salt in there too, so I got that nice electrolyte. I got it going on, baby. And I wanted to show you two products that I've been using before I go to bed at night. I'm going to teach you how I'm looking young, how I'm staying young, and what I'm doing for my body, my internal organs, to keep myself healthy. I'm going to show you. I got two products right here. And again, I haven't affiliated with them at all, so I'm not making any money. I just think these are things that are good for me, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. And that's probably for my other channel. And I'm going to segue into that, my other channel, Sam Price channel, which I do have. It's going to be more into other stuff like about, you know, helping your body, your skin at night, stuff like that. You know what I mean? All sorts of things that can help you, and that will benefit your mind, benefit your trading, benefit everything in your head, right? So just keep yourself going. Stay focused. Stay blessed. I love you all. All right? And look, this is my newer lifestyle channel, at Sam Price the Lifer. Subscribe, find out more. I'll put a link here if I can get the pinned comment out, but that's another story. But shout out to all my beautiful people here on the live. We're going to break down Bitcoin for you. I see a couple altcoins that look interesting. There's a meme that's on the rise. See what may happen to that. And yeah, there's just a couple things moving here that are interesting. A lot of controversy between James Wan and the white whale. People take either side. And you know, just showing you what's up on Twitter. That's good for us. Controversy creates creates volume. I'm just looking to speculate on their squawking. I don't even care. You see what I mean? I'm not even going to squawk with them. I'm not into it. I'm going to sit there and trade, but I'll watch the squawking and I will speculately trade it. You see what I mean? Like, I'm going to know what's going down. So let me get a little bigger here. Got small last night. Maybe I could get big, baby, big. Show me, baby, show me. I'm only 6'8". Being 6'8" has been very hard throughout my life because, like, every time you go into a door, people stare at you everywhere you go. You have to lean down to the cashier. Every hotel bathroom I've ever been is like here. Just insane, man. It's been so tough. But you know what? I guess it is what it is. It's my burden to bear. You know what I mean? It's tough, though. It's not easy. Yeah. How tall are you? How tall do you think I am? In real life, I'm not 6'8". How tall do you think I am? People say they think you're as tall as they are. So if they look at you, they're like, oh, they assume I'm near tight. If you're 6'5", you assume I'm like 6'3", 6'5", a little smaller than you because you got to be bigger than me because you're the hero of the story. Let's be honest here, right? Shout out to everybody here. God bless everyone on the live. Thank you for coming on in. 20K Bitcoin short sell orders at 0.1. All right. It's a meme. It's a mean meme. Yeah. Take a look at XRP. Coming down to the 200. Amen. 5'8", 5'10", with a 7-foot presence. 5'6" and proud. Amen. 6'4". I'm 5'11", 5'11". There's no tariff decision today as per Scottish website. Amen. Proud as I love you. Shout out to Crypto Flow. 5'10", 6'1", 5'9". I'm about 5'8.5". That's what I am, yeah. About 5'9". I guess I could give it a round up. Round me up to 5'9". 5'9", you already said it. Amen, yeah. Guys, you know how people saw your mind is your temple? Well, my mind feels like an asylum the last 2 years, but no worries. You know what? That's the greatest thing I've ever heard. You know why? Because when my mind was an asylum, that means there was a way I was going to get out at one point. And actually, what would happen when you get out of the asylum? There's clarity and love, and you're there. So you just got to get yourself out, though. You see what I mean? You got to climb out of the asylum. That's the first thing. So being down and out, actually, now that I've been down and out for years and now I'm not down and out, And I pray I never go back to that being down and out again. I pray I'm always out. You know, I now see it as a blessing being down and out, because I remember being down and out as like the hardest times of my life. And if I could get through them, then I'm bulletproof now. You know what I mean? This life, you know, anyway, one bedroom apartment, working a night shift, wondering where my next real big opportunity was going to come, and then dreaming of bigger things and seeing so many people live their lives and just never getting there, right? And wondering what I was doing wrong, beating myself up, negative self-talk, you know, the whole thing. Depression, bipolar, listening to everybody else, ADHD, you know what I'm saying? The labels, you know how it is. I'm this, I'm that, I can't do these things, giving yourself excuses for why you can't be who you want to be. Then you just find Jim Rohn and he tells you you're being a beep, 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 a little baby. Jim Rohn, without saying it in the most eloquent way, basically tells you you're being a baby if you can't make it. He basically says, hey, it's your life. You do you, man. But you're going to have to live in it if you don't make it happen. So either make it happen and become the hero, or be the victim for the rest of your life. Blame your job. Blame the environment. I didn't get to work because it was raining. I'm late because it was raining. What do you mean? You could see that it was going to rain. You have the weather. You should have left earlier and made it on time for extra time, because you know people take more time when it's raining. I'm late because, you know, I overslept last night. It happens once, twice, 3 times. The boss is going to fire you, man. You know what I mean? Nobody wants someone that can't show up on time. Anyway, let's break it down. Let's talk about BTC. And I'm going to throw life lessons at you too. I'm 43 years old. I've been trading for 20 years. You know, there's been huge high points to my trading career. There's been some low points to my trading career. I've had years where it felt like I couldn't win. I've had years where it felt like I couldn't lose. I've had years where it's been back and forth. I don't know what that's like. This week has been tough. I made money on Monday. That was the big gain. I took the big pump. Since then, we haven't really had much movement. You know, I called that nice big reversal. I sold the local top at 93.8. Since then, I've been just kind of attempting to scalp here and there. And I gave back about, you know, $1,000 of the $7,000 that I made. So I'm just sitting on a $6,000 win this week of realized profits, just waiting for something better. And I'll take that, man. I'll take $24,000 a month. I will take that. And let's see what happens next week. If I just end this week, if I end Saturday night and I don't do anything else, I'm good. So I think I'll take it one step at a time. I went ham on that Sunday, or was it Friday or Thursday? And I got, you know, and I was underwater for a while actually, and I made it out on that trade. So I've been through the ringer recently, and yeah, I don't know. That's why I've been hesitating, and I've noticed, you know, I'm going to start giving you guys in the trading group, and I used to do this on 1 through 10. I'm going to look at the market and I'm going to assess it, and I'm going to say, you know what? And today I gave it a 3. I gave it a 3 because I saw it was bearish, but I know there's low volume. And to me, that's just a bearish low volume Friday. That's getting a 2 or a 3 for me every single time, right? So anyway, let's do our top-down analysis for BTC. If you've been in my group, we've already done it together, but I continue to do so. Nice little short squeeze for Bitcoin here. Just a little move, and I peek out on my right eye there. Bookmap ripping up to 90,400. Liquidity has a big red blob right below us, but it's kind of like we tapped it. Do we go back in and dig for more? Or do we go, look at this again? We have the big red bar at 94. 94,000 is like the Great Wall of China, or so. It's like the Berlin Wall, man. We just can't get through. You know? It's just like, no way. No, thou shalt not pass, man. So again, on the monthly, I'm looking at it. I'm not a huge fan of the monthly candle because the wick there was just really small. I would have liked us to dump first for the first week of the month. We kind of dumped for like the first 7 seconds of the month, right? And then we've been pumping ever since. And then we gave back the resistance at 94.6. And now we're forming, to me, what looks like a tweezer top if we can't kind of feel. So I'm looking for this month. This month really has to fill through. I would love it to close above 94,100. See this? That's monthly resistance, and that's why we're having a problem. It's monthly. This is monthly right there, too, 93,004. So, like, this is monthly, you know, where monthly support happened, that's going to be resistance. Understand? Wherever you had a bounce, like, so you bounce right here, that's going to be, and look, I mean, it's, so you can see the monthly is really in control right now. Whales are trading the monthly maybe like they used to trade the daily. And they're shifted positions. They're shifted, you know, people, I'm going to tell you something interesting. The more money you make, the bigger time frames you have to use. Agreed? Wow, Bitcoin's ripping. Hold up. We're getting a move here. Let me take a look at my futures account here and see what's happening on weeks. Show me the money, baby. Sometimes I'm signed out, but I don't know. Hold on, let me just double check. And Friday, we had unemployment rate come in here at 4.4. It was lower than expected. That's a bullish sign. You know, that should give us a pump at 8:30. Non-farm at 50K. You know what I'm saying? Average hourly earnings 0.3, same as forecast. I mean, it's everything went the way we wanted it to go. More building permits. That's a good sign. More people are building in real estate. Less housing starts. But that creates, you know. Wow, Bitcoin ripping. Hold on. I'm missing out on a nice pump here to the upside for BTC. Not amazing, but let me take a look at my 1-minute chart. Are we getting an? Wow, I'm still in the trade from last night. I didn't even think I was still in it. See, it just switched from 165. I'm only down $31 now. This is the 4-hour reversal that I called. Still in the trade. It's insanity. So, you know, and I did look at this. I said, maybe the 4-hour will give us a double bottom. So I'm just hugging with my stop loss below the 200 moving average. And they almost got me there. So remember, I bought into this candle when this candle closed and looked for the reversal. We never got it. It was so whack. They fished for stops up. They fished for stops down. And now we got this higher low. So anyway, let me look at the 1-minute time frame. It did just bust through the 200 moving average. Which that tells me is there's a chance that my model starts to play out here. I don't love Fridays. Thursdays after 2, treachery. My favorite times to trade are Monday after 7 p.m. at night to Thursday at 2 p.m. Any other times between those, I usually have less probability because the volume begins to dry up. You can see there was kind of an inverted head. There was an inverted head and shoulder. Shoulder. Head, right shoulder. The cup and handle. The bullish divergence on the 1 minute. This is how price reverses every single day. We used to sit here and trade that exact model, if you remember, for years on end. Just wanted to say thank you for all your knowledge. Been watching you constantly and reading Trading in the Zone. Very glad I found you. God bless you. Thank you so much. And look, now we're back in the green on the trade, baby. And I'm telling you, man, this $90,000 area has been insane. Sitting in these trades has been tough. I got, you know, just long-term ideas through my subconscious mind that are telling me there's a 60% chance we break to the upside. And the hidden bullish divergence tells me there's a 90% chance we do not break that $82,000 low on the monthly. So anyway, if we do pump even more, it looks like we'll get a bit of a short squeeze here. And look at the short squeeze on Bookmap. I mean, we just went from 89.9. We just went up $1,000. It's beautiful. And Bitcoin provides a $1,000 move almost every single day now. It's really nice. It's really, really nice. And I told you, what I do is I can make what Bitcoin makes. And what does that mean? You're like, what? If Bitcoin goes up $1,000, I can usually make $1,000. This one was a little more of a conservative trade, but you know, for the most part, you know, if Bitcoin goes up 500, I can make 500. I figured out a way to match the pricing of Bitcoin per the way I trade, and my risk management, I still risk 3-to-1. It all works out. I can risk like 150 for 650. Bitcoin can pump $500. I can make 500, 600 bucks. I've done it hundreds of times on this live stream. Check this out. Ready? If you're new to the channel, I don't know who's new, but how many times have people seen me make gains on the channel? How many people here, you know, put a 10-10. Put the number 10-10. I like 10-10. Put 10-10 if you see me make gains here on this channel. South Florida, where you at? Go Canes. Go, baby. They took the game, did they, baby? Shout out to my man Stack. Shout out to the Hurricanes. Taking it down. Wow, this is a short squeeze like you wouldn't believe. Look at the way it's reacting on Bookmap. Just a massive volume spike to the upside. And a bunch of people shorted this morning thinking they were sweet. And now my long is back in the green here. I've been in this long since yesterday. I've been in this long for days, man. Patience. Shh. Patience pays, baby. Shh. Patience pays. Don't tell anybody. They all want it fast. The people that want money fast. And honestly, you know what's funny? When you desire money fast, then you're also filled fast. Meaning like maybe 4 to 5 mil will be enough, and then you'll just kind of But when you dig and grow slowly to 10 mil, then you're likely going to slowly grow to 20 mil and slowly grow to 30 mil. Like, you're not just going to spike and come back. You would, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't think I say you should be taking as financial advice, but you as a person would desire, everyone in this universe would desire a slow grind. I wouldn't mind fast money, don't get me wrong. Like, it can't hurt to make big money quickly. But it comes after years of building and creating. God tends to bless us when we've built the foundation. Amen. It's like real estate. Guys develop the property. Then they have to build slowly all the different, the neighborhood. You do a gated community. You got to build the 300 and 800 homes. Then you got to sell every single home, real estate agent it, one after a time. And then eventually it all comes back and you make your pile of money. But it takes years. Look at this. I mean, that's like Hikanashi. This is insane. Look at Bitcoin. And think about it. I mean, it was bullish for the markets. And I'm telling you, I'm going to do my top-down analysis today, but I'm telling you that the market is responding well, the S&P. So, yeah, 100 million USDT minted, baby. Let's go. Tether being minted fast as possible. My trade just ripped back into the green. That's how we get busy, baby. Now, that's away from the 21-day moving average pretty far, and it was a short squeeze on a Friday. The odds of this continuing are somewhat unsustainable. But, man, I didn't plan on being in the green right now. See, that's why you never know, man. I opened up, when I started the stream, we were at 89,000. Looked like we were going to be dumping. Like, right, it didn't look right to me. And here I am in the long from yesterday, still cooking. 91.6. I mean, that's a massive short squeeze. Beautiful move for Bitcoin. And again, my strategies, I teach you, if a 1-minute candle closes above the 200 moving average, why do anything else? Seriously, like I tell my students, like, why do anything else? I got a buddy, trades ICT, loves ICT, and I'm trying to I attempt to convince him every day that he doesn't need it. He could just use the 200 moving average on everything around the world and the 21. I love ICT. Don't get me wrong. Everyone has their own thing. You know what? Some people drive on the right side of the road. Some people drive on the left in other parts of the world. Everyone does things differently. God bless everybody that actually cares about trade. If you use the word trade and you write it outside, I don't care if you ICT, flip the D, if you do 618 McGee's, I don't care. If you use the word trade, you're blessed because you're supporting my business in some way, shape, or form, because trading is a niche. And we're fighting against the automotive industry. We're fighting against football. We're fighting against we're not fighting, but we're gaining market share against everything. And crypto and trading stocks, trading. So if you use the word trading and you speak trading, God bless you. God bless ICT. God bless Badu. I forget his name. I don't even know him. I've never watched more than like 15 minutes of his videos. But, what I did is I watched the markets. The markets taught me. I didn't have to watch another YouTuber. I just sat and watched the markets obsessively, and they'll teach you. Like, go backtest Tesla and spend 3 weeks on it. Then backtest the Dow Jones. Spend 2 years backtesting every single chart that you've ever seen. Use the replay tool. Go back and forth on TradingView. Watch how it plays out. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. You'll be like, what? How? This does look like a fake pump, but remember, I'm on that 4-hour time frame. And we're still just sitting here. Yeah, stop below the 4-hour, but it does look like a double. I don't know, man. It looks weird. But the 4-hour says it wants to move back at least to the top of the channel. I'm up $300, nothing to write home about, but I'm happy. I mean, that's still good. If I made $300 every single time I traded, and I traded 3 to 4 times, you know what I mean? It adds up over time. And remember, you're not here to impress anybody. You don't have to show any 1,000 wins. If you can win, you're doing better than 95, probably even more than that, of people that trade. If you come home with a $300 win, you're in like a very high percentage of people. To the big traders that make thousands of dollars, they might snicker. But to people that don't trade at all, I used to go to work for $350 a day, man. And I worked in the TV industry. I was somewhat well paid. I got $350 and overtime, $500 a day. I can make that in a minute. I mean, look, I'm already up that. Yeah, the trade's been open for a day, but there's been other things I'm doing too. This is just another piece of income in my life. There's multiple streams. Everyone, you got to build something small every single day, and it becomes something big. You chip away And that's how you get somewhere in life. It's not going to be this fast overnight thing and you're going to become successful overnight. Everyone thinks people see me, oh, look at him. They don't see the years of pain I went through to get here. They don't see, look at 91,800 Bitcoin just doing absolute damage. Like, and I'm telling you, I mean, this is what was supposed to happen yesterday. They just decided to get anyone who got on late, I guess. And let me finish my top down analysis. This is getting fun. We're up $380, 55% of the trade on weeks. Imagine if you were up 55% today. Maybe you put 10 grand, you made 5. Maybe you have 500, you made 250. And everyone says, I don't have money like you, Sam. And that's why I do this. Look, I made $395. 400 now off of $686. You see what I mean? Like, you don't have to be crazy here. You don't have to have tons of money to make. You could do this 5-6 times a week and make 10 times a week is $3,500 a week. It adds up over time if you're not greedy. If you go for the big win every single time and you're always going for it, that's greed in my humble opinion. But if you're humble and you're willing to take a nibble here and there, one step at a time, to me, that's real growth. That's sustainable. And that makes sense. You know what? This is too far for the 21 and the 5-minute time frame. It just looks like it's, and I'm not like in love with the trade, so I'm going to start moving my stop loss to take this money. I'd like to get $400, $500. I was never in love with the trade for weeks. It was only supposed to be a scalp yesterday. So this is, we're getting a short squeeze on a low volume Friday. I think I should be very smart and take advantage of it. And let me see if I can snipe a nice $400. Come on, give me 400 and give it to me now, baby. Ooh, no, look at that. That's coming back to the 21. Interesting. Attempt to take my 350. I'd love to get 400. Just spike it one more time. One more time, baby. Britney Spears, hit me, baby, one more time. Come on. Show me how to move that candle, baby. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Give me that 400. Give me that 400. I just want 400. Just give me 400, baby. Just give me 400. It's all I'm asking for. Show me the money. Come on. Come on. You could do it. Yes. You could do it. $16 more. $16 more. $12 more. Come on, baby. You can get me to 400. We're getting some nice wicking action here. Let's get to 399. Oh, we closed the candle green. We monstered back up. There we are. We're at 403. Okay, yes, I sniped the 400. I should be in the clear now. 406. Oh, baby. Ooh, baby. I was about to do the ODB, but I can't. But if you're from my generation, oh, baby, I like it. Can't do it. You can finish it in your mind. Look at this monster move now, even continuing. What a short squeeze. This is unsustainable price action on a Friday morning. I love it, though. Bullish news for Bitcoin and crypto. Trump wants to buy more Bitcoin. I'm edging it up here. Can we get to 500? Oh, what a quick move, and I'm out. On a massive wick to the upside there for Bitcoin. Unreal. Nice pump. Again, my signal is buying when we cross the 200 moving average on the 1-minute time frame. You can see there was an inverted head and shoulder there. Monster move to the upside for Bitcoin. It may continue. I usually sell early. I'm loving this run up to 92K. I will take anytime we pump back above 90,000. Are the altcoins responding? Are we getting a Solana pump? We're going to answer all those questions for you and more here on the show. Let me kind of bring in crypto bubbles, and we're going to take a look here in the last hour. Look at this ISLM, which I think is Islam, if I'm correct, right? But I'll look at that. But I believe it would just be Islam. Up 40%. White whale up 76%. I talked about the controversy there going over between Win and White whale over on X. Maybe it's not even worth talking about, but it does have some flow over into volume. Deep Book Protocol up 49%. Pretty interesting to see. And I picked Deep as like my black horse, like little winner, because it's like a play on SWE, and SWE should be getting volume out of that DeFi movement. DeFi comes back. Everyone starts to use DeFi strong. In the last hour, we see some movements. We see some green in the altcoins. Interesting times to be alive. Bitcoin holding at about 91.8. I like what we're seeing. Shout out to my lifers. Now, let me ask again. Who's seen me make gains on the channel live, baby? That's all we've seen is this many? Only 20 people have seen me make gains on the channel live? There's only 10. Come on. Put a 333 if you've seen me take gains on the channel live. Now everyone has to write 333 because everyone just saw it happen. And again, I had to hold that trade. It was down a few times, but I kept a proper stop loss that wasn't greedy. 91.9, Bitcoin taking names and kicking booty. My goodness. 4-hour time frame coming back with a vengeance, saying I'm going to Ripski. That's a double bottom. Watch this thing just rip all the way back up to 94,000. I mean, there's a big bar of liquidity up there. Says bookmap, link in the description below. Everyone has to put a 333 here. Everyone in the chat because you saw it. If you don't put a 333, then you being facetious. Sam the man, you make gains on gains. We all know. Shout out to Sticky. Shout out to the 99K, Sammy. Let's go, brother. I can't wait, Trader Wolf. Shout out to my lovers of life. Shout out to everybody out here on the live. 94,000. Dear Lord, praise God for every single breath I take. Thank you for every single moment that you make for me. Life is amazing. Every single day we wake up and praise the Lord for every opportunity in which we were given. Blessings on blessings to be alive. Who made gains themselves? Put a 444 if you made gains for you, baby, today. And it wasn't just about watching my channel. It was about you using the education that you learned to turn it into money, baby. Money. Remember that song? Money. Yeah, baby. Ultimate wrecked. You set up 4 hours, it didn't hold. You set up for 4 hours and didn't hold. Yes, I did. What are you talking about? I don't know what he means. I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, you set up for the 4 hours, it didn't hold. Yeah, but I know when price action is overcooked on the 5 minute on a low volume Friday. Yeah, so, and I have a longer term trade cooking, so it's not, I'm just going to let this, all I need to do is make sure this thing sits. This is my scalp account mainly right now. So, I made money with you, Sam, when you closed that position the other night on my way home from work. Amen. God bless you, man. Oh, yeah, that was an awesome one. That was Monday night. I was singing that last night. Ever since the movie All About the Benjamins, right? It's all about the Benjamins, baby. It's all about the Benjamins. I don't know, though. Reminds me of someone, the unmentionable, right? Funny, man. Everyone has a way. Life has a way of putting everybody in their place. I'll tell you that. When you talk out your face, when you do things that aren't, when I do things that are out of character for me, I always get like the slap on the wrist from the universe somehow. So crazy. All I see is you making gains. Let's go, baby. It plays in my head most days. Amen. There's a lot of money coming in, Sammy. Check bookmap. I'm loving it. Hold on. Trading is not what you want to see me do. It's what makes me money. Amen. Good movie. Ice Cube and Mike Epps. Yeah. Money, yeah. 444 on demo. I love that. That's so cool. You hit that. Bitcoin TA. It's been too long. I know, right? Shout out to Stas. We don't do Bitcoin How did I know price action was going to go from 91.8 back down? Because we were too far from the 21-day moving average. And the stochastics RSI had showed me with the RSI that the move was extended. I've done this hundreds of times in my life, thousands now. Cross the 200 on the 1 minute. I go for the gusto. I didn't think we were going to get any volume today. I didn't think we were going to get a move like that. But what I think does not matter. I'm a human with a simple brain. Right? What I think, believe, and feel has nothing to do with what the charts are going to do. A lot of people believe that we're going down. A lot of people believe we've already hit a high. A lot of people believe that we're starting a bear market. They believe these things. They believe. Sounds like Maybelline, which is makeup, which means it's not real. What you believe in real life here in the chat is not real. What you believe in life, fine. But once you're deep diving TA, like right now, I believe Bitcoin's going to go to 100K tomorrow. I'm just going to open up a long now. Again, everyone I'm being facetious right now. I'm playing devil's advocate. So someone just chimed in. It's like, you hear what Sam just said? He's going long. He believes it's going to 100K. If I talk like that, people will actually make trades on that. You know that, right? They will. That's why I don't talk like that. I tell people I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going. No clue. How did I make gains today then? I took a shot on the 4-hour 200 moving average, and I put my stop loss in a place where I didn't think I'd get hit, and it played out for me. You know what I'm saying? The stuff isn't rocket science. You know, I listened to Jim Rohn again today. I put one to the group, but I listened to a different one. They both looked amazing. The one I listened to today was about focus. Focus so hard you become unstoppable. The Jim Rohn, right? And he talks, now you're free to operate on a higher level. Every little bit is hard. You're consciously thinking about each step. So look what he talked about something today that I do. Okay? All right, look, I'm going to just keep this down, but read this with me. The stories that illustrated the principles, the way to structure the presentation, so it landed in people's hearts, right? It's not just in their heads, it came naturally. Listen, this is me about trading, right? I wasn't pretending. I had to become the thing I was pursuing. This is me, one on my live stream, right? That's what sustained focus does. It doesn't give you skills. It changes your identity. You see, skills compound in a way that most people don't understand. When you first start learning something, every little bit is hard. You're consciously thinking about each step. Okay? Each decision, every single move. But as you practice, you repeat the fundamentals over and over again. Over again. Something magical happens. The basics become automatic. They move from your conscious mind to your unconscious competence. You understand? I was talking about this, and now you're free to operate on a higher level because you don't have to use the conscious mind to innovate, to see possibilities that beginners can't even imagine because they're still struggling with the fundamentals. Here's what I love about this process. Once you become competent, once you develop real mastery in your focused area, you gain a different kind of confidence. Not the fake confidence of positive thinking or self-help mantras. The real confidence, the kind that comes from knowing that you can deliver. From knowing when someone needs what you do, you can handle at any level of excellence that few people can match. That confidence changes how you walk into a room. It changes how you speak. It changes how people respond to you. Because they can sense it. And they can feel that you're not pretending. And you're not hoping. You're not faking. Until you make you're the real thing to get to that place. You had to let some things go. This is pruning process that most people aren't willing to accept. An apple tree produces better fruit when you cut away the branches that aren't producing. Your life works the same way. As you get more focused, you had to stop doing certain things. You had to stop spending time with certain people. You had to stop pursuing opportunities that once seemed attractive, but didn't align with your focused direction. And that hurts. There's a grief in letting go. Even when you know it's the right thing to do, I had to get rid of friends. I had to move on when I became the crypto lifer. Why I couldn't hang out with the people I used to. I had family members who I thought I was obsessed with. I was missing out on life. And maybe I did miss some parties. And maybe I did turn down some invitations. So this is true about me. But you know what I didn't miss? I didn't miss the opportunity to become everything I was capable of becoming. I didn't miss the chance to develop skills that would serve me and serve others for the rest of my life. What does life look like when you built that unstoppable momentum? When you stayed focused long enough that you're not just good at what you do, you're exceptional. Well, let me tell you, it's different than most people imagine. It's not about showing off or proving something to people who doubted you. It's quieter than that. It's deeper than that. It's the profound satisfaction of knowing you took raw potential and turned it into mastery through the simple power of sustained focus. Here's what changes when you stop accepting that. You start designing your life. Most people are leaves blown in the wind, but blown wherever circumstances. They react to life instead of creating it. But when you've developed mastery through focus, when you become genuinely valuable in your field, you gain something precious. Choose the marketplace rewards rare. Joy's marketplace rewards rare. Look. The marketplace rewards rare and valuable skills. Understand? So I just got to put this out, man. This is how you become great at trading. This is so important to your technical analysis. You must gain focus. You got to stop going on. Like if you want to become a good at TA, you want to actually trade yourself, you want your portfolio to rise. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to get lucky. You're going to create the luck by grinding every single day. If you're spending 4 to 5 nights out drinking, it's going to be really hard to stay focused like me with these charts. You can do anything you put your mind to if you believe in yourself. How many people here believe in themselves? Let me see a 444 if you believe in yourself today. Let me see a 444 if you believe in yourself. I want to see how many people believe in themselves and care about themselves. How many people believe in themselves right now? Let's put a 444. How many people wanted to tune out to that because it wasn't TA, it wasn't enough, they didn't get what they needed? I just sold the trade, man. Bitcoin's dumping. I told you where the top was. I'm showing you where the top is. I already showed you how to trade. I already took care of the trading part. I showed you when you were away for the 21, it's time to sell. I already gave you some deep information. I showed you when to buy above the 200. I showed you how to take profits and pay the trader. I took care of it. Most people do what I just did. They take a 30-minute video. I did it in the first 10 minutes of the stream. 20 minutes. Shout out to all my lovers of life, and shout out to the empowered individuals that are going to boost us. Hit the like button, by the way. We deserve 1,500 to 2,000 people here in the stream. Come on, everyone. It's one of the best streams in crypto. Let's get it going. Hit the like button. So this thing should be 1,500 to 2,000 people. Let's go, everyone. I can't do it without each and every one of you. I have to have your participation. This is a unit. We are together. I can't do this alone. I didn't get here alone. I used to have 3 people watching me. I didn't get to 1,000 people a day watching me alone. Let's go, baby. I need y'all, or I desire y'all, to help me get to the next level, because it's fun when you do it with a team. So let's take a look at what's happening here. So we talked about the monthly, and we talk about the monthly having hidden bullish divergence. Agreed? It is what it is. Monthly has hidden bullish. We take a look at and we pull the Fibonacci. Fibonacci pulling up. We bounce off the 618,786 level. I mean, it's a known retracement. Shout out to Shez Mupta with the 444. You know. Please like, share, and subscribe. Shout out to Servanda. Thank you. Just shorted ETH at 31,700. Amen. I'm here for the scribbles and the free life coach. Amen. We're going to be scribbling it up today. So swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. Oversold in the stochastics. I like where the RSI is and the MACD turning. Starting to look pretty sweet to me, if you ask me, for the reversal, but I don't like the tweezer top there. But I've seen this play out before. But again, nothing is guaranteed. We move to that weekly, and to me, I got to start saying that it does resemble a bit of a bear flag. However, how this weekly candle closes does depend. I mean, we got a bullish engulfing candle. This candle should close green after a bullish engulfing candle. It's supposed to. Like this. This is a bullish engulfing. We close green. And now we only have like 48 hours to really make it happen, a little over, but dang. We still have to be under the impression that this thing could dump us down. And the length of that pole is somewhere about 62, 57, 62, I'd say 62,000. I told you to assume that the 5 days in a bear flag until we get back above 94,000. I've been saying that now since we were here, and we got our first rejection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I even projected this. I said, watch, it could take 8 5-day candles. I said, this might take 40 days. We might go sideways for the next 40 days, and I said that in November. And it's funny. I mean, it's exactly what we did. And that is a bear flag to me. And it's about to touch the 21. So I'm still open-minded that we could be seeing 57,000. And unless we get above 94,000, then 54,000 is coming. You know what I mean? The bulls can't get us above 94K. Then 50, we're definitely going down here to test, let's say 80, and then we're coming to test 71, and then we're going to test 60 and 58, and I just don't see how we don't get dragged down there. So the hidden bullish on the bigger time frames is holding us down. The 3-day chart is staying above the 200 moving average. As long as we can do that, we have ourselves a move. So there's a little bit of support right now, just barely, but right at where this candle began, this green candle, at about 90,005. We have tested it a few times. And this does have an Adam and Eve vibe to me. It looks like an Adam and Eve. If this could just wake up and then boom. And we could be at 100K in like 6 days or less. We really could. It could take, look, that was one 3-day candle. In literally 3 days, 4 days, we could hit 100,000. My bot would finally get out. My bot has been in a trade since October. It will make the biggest payday ever. Once it does that, it's going to be so awesome. It's already turned one Bitcoin into 1.45. It's going to just slowly do its thing. All right. PONKE, please. We'll take a look at PONKE. Sam System has proven the best. Thank you so much. God bless you, man. I appreciate that. You can layer it on anything, and it's going to layer. Like my system will tell you we're going to go up, and ICT will tell you you're going to go up. They should go up together. You know, if there's a fair value gap, then you're likely going to get an inverted head and shoulder. If someone draws a fib and they see the fib extension, that's going to be the measured move of my flag. Okay. Someone draws a fib and they say it's going to this fib level. I draw those fib levels, and on top of that, that's going to be the support and resistance that aligns with the VRVP and the volume profile. It's everything someone's doing is aligning with what, and the more TA you do, the more you can see what they do. I've taken apart everyone else's, I've taken other indicators that people sell. I've bought them, used them, put them up against mine, saw what they did, and understood them. I know someone, I know their indicator back and forth. I don't even talk about it because they're my buddy, and I think it's a great indicator. I could show you how to do it for free with the stuff on TradingView, but it doesn't matter. It's like, I don't care. Not my business. I'm happy for everyone that does something in the group or that creates something online. I don't own the internet, you know what I mean, or TA. So it's just so interesting. I've been commenting on your Instagram post in hopes of helping your engagement. I've seen you do that, man. Thank you. I've seen you. You're the only person. Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. I've been seeing like little paragraphs here or there from you. Really appreciate that, man. Sam, is the model playing out on the 3-minute time frame? That's a good question. It's a great question. So look, the bot has been sitting, and the bot has been ferocious too at times. You'll see some of its best. This is when it was on fire here. I don't know why it had to get itself into such a long trade. Like, this is what I want to see here, right? Made a bunch of longs here, got out with a monster move here. And look, it entered along, added to it, sold it right there. So look, it enters along here, sells the top. Enters along there, sells the top. And again, my system will tell you, buy the consolidation, you're away from the 21. Enters along here, sold the top. Look at those scalps for this spot. In, out, in, out, in, out. It's just amazing. But then it started to build here on October 7th. It entered along 2, 3, 4, 5. And its last buy there, 103. Oh, no, it got out of that one, yeah. See how it mitigates? So it enters along, then it gets itself underwater, and then it sells everything out again. Then it entered along here on October 29th. And it's been in, and it had 5 orders, and it still has 2 safety orders if we go to like 57 or 60K. It can handle the move down. And then what it'll do is it'll buy so big, all it has to do is get back up to another key mean area. It understands where Bitcoin goes and when it reverts back. It's very interesting, the bot. It has so much information. I trust it, man. My elder brother, as soon as you exited Bitcoin reverse, you might have noticed something. Please explain the logic behind your exit. It'll be a great learning for us. Yeah, everyone knows here. Exactly. Once I sold, Bitcoin went back now, but now it's pumping. Now it's pumping back up again, though. Oh, no, it didn't. No, yeah, you're right. 99. Yeah, you're right. He said, once you sold, Bitcoin reversed. How did you know it was going to reverse? Oh, it's so simple, my friend. I sold right into here, right? And then it came down. 91,008. How did I know it would drop and people said, oh, but you were in the trade. You would have saw me round trip a trade. Don't you want to see your mentor get paid? I think it's smart to take money off the table when you're in a trade. All right. Parker, join the trading group and learn, baby. I like what he said. I have my Minotaur longing and shorting Bitcoin, and it's been doing great in this chop. See, I don't know, how did you set that up? Could you email me, Crypto Lifers, and teach me? Because I'm so busy, maybe I don't have it set. Could you just email me, cryptolifers@gmail.com, and say, hey, this is how I'm using, because maybe we should kind of get together and have we could all come and talk about it. I'm 31, 3 kids, separated since 2 years ago, 15 years. Nothing is going to hold me back from changing my life. You've got this. Don't let nothing hold you back either. I love you, brother. That's amazing. Can you check lighter today? I will, yeah. So someone said, how did you know Bitcoin was going to reverse? Because I used the 21-day moving average. Price action moved up, but it didn't bring the 21 with it. When I saw the 5 was oversold on the stochastics RSI and the RSI, and we were this far away from the 21, like a big gap, that's a big gap. I knew there was a 99% chance we would come back to the 21-day moving average. There's only a 1% chance I was going to be wrong. Yeah. How do I know for sure what price is going to do to the T? I've been studying it for years. Look, see how we just pumped and we came back to the 21 on the 1 minute, the 5 minute time frame? Watch this. I'll go and bring you to the Dow Jones Industrial or Dow Inc. I don't even, I'll take you to the Dow and I'll show you the Dow on like a 2-week pump. And what does it do? It gets far away from the 21 and then it comes back. My system, I think, is far more. I understand my system so clearly, but I don't know if anyone really even does as much as I think they do. I think it's so far out of cosmic connected information that other people just can't really understand what I'm saying. Every time you get away from the 21 on any time frame, the weekly, the daily, the 5-day, I don't care what, let's go look at the 12 hour. When the 12 hour gapped away from the 21, we had to come back to the 21. Here, when we gapped away from the 21, we came back. We came back. I've studied this, so I learned to get into trades when the 21 is on price and near price, or close to it, and to get out of trades when I'm getting away from the 21. The best trades are when the 200 and the 21 are close together. I get in when the moving averages are tight. When the 21's away from the 200, when we start making bearish divergence, you start getting a downtrend on the RSI. Well, you get an uptrend in price action. Well, the 21's away from the 200. It's telling you it's time to bounce. Then if you don't want to play that, you could play an M pattern. I mean, that's a double top. It's telling you that you have resistance at 71. You could do anything. You could trade, you want to do, GM, General Motors. When it was time to get in was when the moving averages were tight right here. When we were making a flag, you could trade General Motors exactly as you trade a meme coin. Look at this. I'm going to blow your mind. Here's General Motors. I'm going to show you how a meme coin and General Motors are exactly the same. And people would say, I don't get it. How? I don't know how, and I don't care. All I know is I figured this out. And I'm here to reveal the truth to everybody here on this market, the truth about the markets. So you go here, you type in this, you turn this in, on Dex Screener, turn this into the 200. Style, we like to turn it yellow. A little one more thickness. Oh, they're not going to have the 200 on this one because it's so early. And then here we're going to turn this to the 21. But here you're going to see the 21 works the same. Not the 212, right? And smoothing length the same as the number, right? Yeah. So look, whenever this got away from the 21, it came back to it. Back to it. Back to it. I don't know why. I don't understand this. When the moving averages were tight, it was time to make a move right there. When the 21 got away from the 200, this thing started to chop around. When the 21 got away from the 200, this is a meme with 1.6 million market cap. That means nothing to nobody. This is General Motors. This has been around for, they're exactly the same. I trade them exactly the same. They do the exact same thing. I've never done this, actually, in the history of my channel. I never juxtapose a meme on top of a real company and showed you how you could trade. I could teach you how to trade anything in the world, man. From Forex to the NASDAQ to the S&P, it doesn't matter. This is how price, and then what you do is you front run this, you project it, and then you start waiting for it to fall into your projection before you make a move. General Motors says it's going to 112. Said it could get there by December of next year. Could be a slow move, but it's a move coming. And you could say, well, what about gold? Gold's different than everything else. Gold's not a meme. Gold can't do that. Gold doesn't trade the same way. Gold's in a parabolic uptrend. The dollar is vastly getting beat. The dollar's losing value. The dollar's about to get set. They're about to cut the rates and push more money into this market. There's going to be a lot of money injected into this market. You can see it, feel it, and hear it, smell it. Sam low-key works for BlackRock and has inside information. My daddy works for BlackRock. Yeah, right. I'm an independent guy on my own with a family. I just happen to seem like I know something because I show up every day, man. When you show up every single day and you work so hard, anything is possible. Look at this bounce back onto the 200 moving average. Now we're pulling the 21 with us. See, look, this is my signal now. And I don't have to jump, but I can see, hey, do we make a flag? You know, I'd like to see what that could do. The silver long is up in the money. Remember, we long silver on MEXC. I found out silver, they had silver on MEXC. I long silver over here on MEXC. The chart came out so early, you couldn't get the analysis on it, but I see it moving to 100. And I bought this dip. I bought this dip on silver on the higher low. I just took the trend. The trend's my friend. I'm trading the trend. And I'm up. 309 on silver on 2,500. It's a $14,000 trade on silver. On MEXC, I gave it to my group. I gave it to people. I think you might have seen it flashed on the lot. I have a trade for gold with stops below 390. 393 or even 4,000. 4,020 and a target at 57.26. So, shout out to everybody here. Hola. Sammy got the angles under his feet, carrying him higher and higher. The angels under his feet, yeah. He's just getting started, amen. Sammy is more of a mentor to me than my dad. Crazy, right? God bless you, Bitcoin tutor. Hey, Jim Rohn had filled in a lot of blanks for me than my dad did. I love my dad. He knew a lot, but Jim Rohn really knew a lot. Thank God I found Jim Rohn online, and I still listen to Jim Rohn every day, folks. When I work out in the morning, I'm listening to Jim Rohn. I just gave you guys 10 minutes of him, and people tuned out. I gave them gems of life. Like, he listened to the ancient Greeks, famous philosophers he listened to the most successful people in all ages. He was a Bible study, he was a historian, and he was a businessman, multi-millionaire, traveled the world, and a mind mentor. He was so good at placing people's minds in a better headspace that's what he was like. Everyone thinks people that talk and do motivational speeches are blowhards. Oh, they make money off everyone else. What do they do? But this dude was so good at turning other people into the best versions of themselves that they begged him to speak around the world. He made millions of dollars just speaking. But what he spoke was practice. He's the first person I've ever listened to that's actually changed my mind from listening to him. Like, he's actually activated frequencies in my brain to change me. Like, listening to him made me different. I became someone different listening to Jim Rohn. R-O-H-N. Jim Rohn. Okay? Jim Rohn. And this is a Jim Rohn motivational channel. This person just regurgitates his old stuff and made 200,000 subscribers out of it. But man. And he teaches you the gems of life of giving all you have. He shows you the places you get to be in life because you give it your all. And it's like, wow. It's insane, man. He shows you what happens if you keep pushing and you don't give up. Silver looks like it's about to rocket, baby, to 100, man. I'm giving you a live trade right here. I don't have to. It could break down and dump in my face. I could be wrong. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. All right? I am not a financial advisor. You should do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. But this looks like it's in a cup and handle. And they don't call me Sammy Cup and Handy for no reason, baby. Samuel Cup and Handle to the upside, 98,000 for BTC. Starting to look up pretty nicely. So, Sammy Motivation and Handy. Amen. I stay thinking about the 10 days book. Did you know that the calendar used to be 360 days, 12 months with 30 days each, and 3 weeks of 10 days? See, I never knew that. No. Jim Rohn will hone your mind. Yeah, Rohn will hone you in. Oh, man, I love how you said that. Then it was changed, so we're out of natural synchronicity. I believe you, man. Sam allowed me to work from home and take care of my autistic son and also gave me an example of how to be a good father. Thank you, Sam. God bless you, bro. You're going to make me cry on stream with that one, man. Bitcoin, looking like it may do some DiMaggio. Look, now I already got a win too. What I love about selling, because for years I didn't sell early. I could never have the guts to sell because I had such a hard time getting in. I'd be like, oh, what if... See, fear ran me. Even when I thought I was confident, fear ran me. And so I'd stay in a trade because I was so afraid I couldn't get back in. See, beginners, when they make an entry and they're up, they can't believe it. So it's hard for them to take the gain because they hope that's the one they make at least a few thousand on or something. Everything's a dream when you're a beginner. Every trade's a dream. Like, you fall into the pit of emotions and dreaming. I'm a realist. I've gotten my butt whipped over and over again. That's put a lot of things into perspective for me. Remember, a successful person, a winner, is someone who's just lost way more than every loser. I am the biggest loser here. No one's lost more than me. I'm almost positive of it. Nobody has lost more than me. And maybe I've lost more money than anybody here on this entire channel. If you put all the money I've lost, it's got to be in I've lost about 1.2 million in my life. Yeah. Which meaning I put an investment in, it didn't play out. Something didn't happen. I guess a couple times I was up and I should have taken 800 grand and I went all the way back down. If I count those, I think I've lost about 2 million. 2 times I was worth about 800 to 900 grand in unrealized gains, and I didn't take the profits. And I watched it go back to 160. One time it went back to 260, thank the Lord. The other time it went back to 80 grand. So 2 times I watched myself become dang near a millionaire, just touched I was about to be there, and only to fall right back down again. And if I had sold that, most of it, I would have been able to buy back everything I had cheaper, by 10 times cheaper. I would have had a nest egg. I would have been able to quit my job. But I guess, God didn't, that wasn't the time for me. I ended up back on a night shift, everyone, or being on a night shift when I thought I was done with the night shift. I was like, I can quit the night shift. I saw the money. I had it. All I had to do was press the sell button, transfer that stuff to my bank account, and actually change my life. I didn't do it. So I just want everyone to know here that I have lost more than anybody probably on the channel. Crypto Billy's probably lost more than me. Yeah. Crypto Billy's actually probably the biggest loser here. You know what I mean? And it's funny, when I say that, I mean, he's the biggest winner here. But what I mean is, winners are the biggest losers. It's the funniest thing you've ever heard, but it's true, man. Winners are the biggest losers, bro. We just didn't stop doing it when we lost. Most people couldn't handle the pain and eventually turned away. A winner just keeps going until they eventually feel the taste of winning. And that one taste deletes all the losses that they've ever had. Join the 99 and join the elite. Yeah. You don't have to type top loss and stop loss now on weeks when you place the trade. You just drag the, yep. Exactly. Easier than typing. Weeks is amazing now. You just open the trade and move the stop loss where you want. It's so simple. I told them to implement it. They knew it was hot. And I'm not going to say it's just, I don't want to be like, it was me. But, I did sit with them and I said, this would be awesome. You'd get people talking about you. It would create you'd have one of the nicest interfaces in the game. I said, we're going to do everything we can. They even sat with the lifers. Their rep came in and they used it, and people said what they liked and didn't like about it. And they took our information and they actually implemented a lot of it. And so of all the people that I've worked with, Weeks really listens and implements. And that's important because I want to see how they operate as a company. And that's my way to test. I want to see how communication works from one person to the next and if it actually is going forward. And it is there. It is over there. It is. So blessings to everyone that makes this amazing. Keep hitting that like button, everybody. Let's get to 2,000 people here on the stream. I know we can get to 2,000. I believe we can get to 2,000 right now. I know we could, but it's up to you. We need every single person to hit that like button. So we need to get to 1,200 likes. We get to 1,200 likes. Bang. I don't know what I did to not get the like button. And again, I'm so grateful for the likes that I do have. Just want to be very, very grateful for the likes that I do have. So blessed. 430 likes. That's amazing. Unbelievable. Dear Lord, thank you. But that's a third of the people here, man. 1/3 of the people don't like something that I did. Don't like making gains. Don't like me giving you how to, my live trades. So look, this trade, the stop loss would be at about, 90,466. Yep. Could even be 492. I'll take that. And then the take profit will be 94,623, 616. That works. And I could risk a little of what I just made. Now, if I lose, I'm still up 180. You see that? Or 150, whatever it would be. Bang, there's my, there it all is. Ready to rock. The only thing it says partial, that's the only thing that weirds me out. So I just get rid of that one and I move this one right there, right? That's my model, but it does, it is Friday, so let's be careful. But it's above the 21, above the 200 on the 21. Supposed to move. I only need to win 3 out of 10 of the times I do it. And I tend to win more than that, so I don't care. I'm not bashful about taking it. And I'm not, you might see me lose it 7 times. I don't care. I'm not here to prove to you my system works. I'm here to show you that it works. You see that? See the difference? I know it made you chuckle because it's true. Because there's a truth in every joke, man. Right? Amen. 21 above the 200, we pump like 60% of the time. On high volume, like almost 70% of the time. Look, that trade's already up 9%. I'm the king of 10%. No one makes 10% more than me. Imagine if you just made $80 off your $70. Some of you be creaming in your pants right now. Let's be honest. You guys are beginning traders, man. You turn $100 out of $500, you be creaming in your pants. You made 100. Look, I opened that trade a minute ago. I'm up $130. How to Make $130 in 1 Minute by Sam Price, the book, right? Sam, can you please take a look at virtuals? Thank you. I will take a look at, but send in a super chat for TA Deep Dives. I'd appreciate that. And thank you so much for everyone that did send a super chat my way today. May God bless you. I appreciate that. It's just a blessing. Wow, we're ripping up again. I love when Bitcoin rips, man. I'm a long-term Bitcoin holder. I keep buying BTC. I believe at the 10 and 11 area. That's another thing. The only thing that tells me that we bottom for sure without any TA at all is the 2-week chart was where I liked it to be. The 2-week chart was where I liked it to be. Okay. And the fear and greed was at like a 10 and 11. When it went to 44, I thought that was a bit odd. I thought that was a little too much. I don't know why it did that. And we got super chats for PONKE and LITU coming at us. We'll be getting those in for you immediately. Hit the like button, everybody. We got to get to the... Look, more people are coming in because you're hitting that like button. I just seen it spike to 1,500, but it's going to do it. Keep coming, everybody. We're going to change the world together. Don't you want to be at a meetup with thousands of lifers like yourself? Hanging out, having a good time, feeling positive. Without everything paid for by me? Of course you do. Hit the like button. Let's get more people to the stream so we can have more people at that event. Because the more people that come to that stream, the more people I can bless at that event. Next year in Vegas, which we're likely to have. Bless to everybody here on the stream. Super chat, LITU and PONKE. I said, shout out to my man, master friend of the house. God bless you. I love you, man. I hope everything's going your way. Bought the red and sold the green. 333, my goat, baby. Amen. They call him the goat of Sarasota. He's the goat. The goat of what? The goat of Sarasota over here. Hey. So we got a silver trade cooking. We got a Bitcoin trade cooking. We took gains. And again, I'm not trying to brag. It's smaller gains. They're not huge. We're not making $10,000. But hey, we already made that $7,000 earlier in the week. Only gave back $1,000 in the chop, which I did. I'm not going to lie. I gave back $1,000. But hey, I already made almost half of that back now too. So I don't stress, man. I just trade through it. I know if I keep trading, the odds are going to make sense. There's people that will watch me lose 6 trades straight, call me a loser. I've had people email me and say, you know what, I'm sorry I came to your stream and called you a loser when I first met you. It's now been 3 years. You've changed my life. So some people that hate on me at the beginning, they're going to be the people that love me. I know it. Because my system's so amazing and so consistent, it's going to win you over, baby. You're eventually just going to be like, dang, that lifer guy, man, he just never stopped until he won again. And again, and again. And then you're going to see a big win. And then one day you're going to see a win so big, you're going to be like, dang, I never thought winning could be this big. We're going to win so much. You've never won like this in your life. It's stupendous. Wonderful. Absolutely the greatest win you've ever seen. It's going to be the best win. We're going to win so much, you're going to ask me to stop winning. Sammy, did you ever listen to that song I sent you from Steven Wilson Jr.? I think I did. Can't remember, man. I'm sorry. Sir, didn't watch you for some time now, but a month ago you were calling for a top. So as the thesis flip now for a new high is possible based on your TA. A month ago I was calling for a top, but a month ago no. Like 3 months ago I showed you that it looked highly likely we were going to pull back, which we did, right? We went to $79,000. So I think we were pretty spot on. We saw bearish divergence on the monthly and the weekly. But now I'm seeing hidden bullish divergence, which is changing the story. Starting to build something. I like this. See how this is kind of curving up, making a higher low? This is showing, this is interesting. Kind of makes me want to double down a little bit. Can we double down? Can we double down? On a Friday, though? Man, I want to go hard all the time, but on a Friday, though? On a low volume Friday, do I double down? No. Do I really double down? How much capital leverage do you use to make the 200 per trade? It's a great question. I love it that you just said that. It was over 400 bucks on that trade, but to make, so look, for this one here, I'm using $691 at 47x leverage, and I'm up 100 bucks, right? I think it was almost up, and if it breaks out and goes through the way, if it goes all the way up, we'll make $1,000. And we're not even going to risk so we already made for about 440 today. And then we risk about what? I think it was 280 or 300 on this trade. So if this trade loses after fees and everything, I'm still up 100 bucks in the day. Okay. I agree. They'll hate you until they agree with you. So many people have hated on me, thought I was a weirdo. They see the suit, they hear the voice, they go, I can't stand this guy. They do. They go, oh my God, not one of those. But they show up every day and then they go, oh my God, he's never taken a day off. They find out about my mom and dad, how they died. They find out about how much I push. They see how many times I win, and then they just go, man, I don't know what else to say. I love this guy. I hate him, but I love him. You know what I mean? It's like, win people over with your actions by being so consistent, they don't even care about your personality. They might hate everything about you, but love everything you bring to the table. It's interesting, you know what I mean? I've learned a lot about people being in the public eye for the last 5 years. I really have. And, it's a journey, man, and I just want to say thank you to everybody here. And so many people could just, when you're in the public eye like I am, people can pick you apart whenever they want. They could take you down. They could talk you. They could say whatever they want to you whenever they want. They can write comments, emails, and it's just really nice when people are just nice to you, right? I'm the weirdo around here. Amen. They hate the light within you, but need the light for survival. Are you still learning and improving your strategies every day, or is your method peak? It's interesting you said that. I don't think if you're a progressive human being, I don't think you should ever be at peak. I think your mind's always going to dig a little bit. There's certain things that I'm not going to do anymore, like I'm pretty solid on. Like I think this is the best strategy in the game. I think I found the greatest probability in the trading world. But again, there's still ways to tweak. There's still things I'm looking at. Again, though, like, look, tweezer bottoms are boss. You buy when this candle closes the green next to the red. And you put a stop below the wick there. I've been learning really what I've been using more than ever in the last year because I started traveling and I needed things that this is when I'm here. I'm using everything because I'm here. Moving averages, support or resistance. It's funny, I don't got the VERP here. Let me slap on the VERP. It's another thing, too. The VERP, I think, is the VRVP. I believe it costs money, but it's free here. Like, you have to get TradingView Premium, but you got it right here. Pretty awesome when you think about it, right? So by signing up to weeks, you'll have access to TradingView's higher, you know what I mean, without you having to pay for it. It's kind of genius. So look, I mean, we're still on this flag. It's looking pretty good. Like I could get a move here. I'm getting that vibe to double down. 5,000 for 22, and I'm going to show you how we make 22 grand right now, right here on the channel. Open long, baby. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's get liquidated for 12 grand. If we don't make it. I mean, that's 12,000. If that's a $600,000 trade. Oof. Something tells me I'm going to win it. Do I cook? Do I hit it? I appreciate your daily streams and confidence building. Not to mention the trade education. Thank you. Sam gently wants others to succeed. This is a winner's mentality. 100%. I want other people to do great with their life, whether you join my Discord or not. Whether you go to cryptolifer.com and pay the $99 or not. I want to make sure that you get something out of being here with me today, because God, today could be the last day on the earth for me. I may not even be able to spend the 99 that people buy. 20 people could buy the 99 today. And I may not make it to Friday. I hate to say these horrible things, but so my whole point is, if your whole life is on money, you don't even know if you're going to be alive to spend it. So people that focus on money are crazy. Think about it, because it's illogical. It doesn't even make sense. What makes sense is to focus on right now. Right here, right now. But if you want to join the Discord, jump on in. These are the prices. And I believe it's the best premium priced, most affordable Discord in the game. And I stand behind that. And you'll get great information, great education. I have a course in there that people are paying thousands of dollars for. All that education that you get from, watching thousands of hours of YouTube, but it's right there for you. Put together in a neat package. So just, it's up to you. You do whatever makes you happy. I'm here every single day giving information. I'm cooking. Let me cook, baby. Let me cook. Sam, will you check the fan funding soon? I appreciate you. Yes, I will. Around 11:20, 11:30, I always take a gander at the fan fund in there. Let's take a look at the fan funding since it was a request. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Wow, it's actually pretty fat today. I didn't think it was so big. Shout out to Ricky Pastano with the $4.99. He says, just wanted to say thank you for all your knowledge. Been watching you constantly and reading Trading in the Zone. Really glad I found you, Ricky. You're on point, man. God bless you, brother. That's so awesome that you're sending gratitude my way. That means you're on the right frequency and that you're building your frequency, man. God bless you. When you put out what you are, so that's what you are. You're in gratitude. I can feel it. Bitcoin TA, please. Been too long. I think we got there. Shez Mukta, we're already back. We took you from the monthly. You saw the monthly chart and the 1 minute chart today. Very rare you'll see that on any other channel. Very rare you'll see the monthly and the 1 minute on this in the same hour period, 2 hour, and the same analysis. Because most people just can't handle that flow. Sam's system is proven best. Thank you. I appreciate you for saying that. He's spending 77.7 of his own money to tell you that my system is the boss. PONKE, please. Let's take a look at PONKE, and then I'll get into the next move. This still could be a lower high and dump on us. Markets are unforgiving. Anything could happen. Always have a stop. Always have the idea that it may not go the way it looks like it's slumping on us. 5 minute really needs to connect to that 21. I hope my stop loss. Yeah, my stop loss is below the 5 minute 200. It's a good sign I can stay in this trade. So let's see where this goes. It might have to come down. I might do a double bottom. We'll see what happens. I'm going to let it cook and just keep doing my analysis. Someone asked about PONKE. Let's take a ball. I still own some PONKE, regretfully. Let's see if it can actually do something one day. Did I put an L in there? I think I did. PONKE. That would be a cool name, though. PONKE. Well, I mean, it had a huge rip. Came back, retested the 200 moving average on the 12, and is oversold. Somewhat of a decent sign. Daily consolidating. Absolute bottom there. It follows PEPE. It follows the memes. It's supposed to move with PEPE and the rest, right? It's a frog meme. What I love about this, you can ask Croc anything. Be like, why is PONKE called PONKE, and what is it all about? And it'll sit there and tell you everything about PONKE and the community and why someone called it something. And, PONKE looks like it could be breaking out. It's not amazing. I own it, so okay. I'm going to be more biasly, a little bullish bias here, but it does look bullish. That looks like it could get all the way to, I don't know, 11 cents and do some damage. So PONKE is on the radar. Looks more bullish than a lot of other things, and it can't, remember SHIB, well, PEPE, they all had a pump, and then PONKE's kind of behind it. Still looks like if Bitcoin dumps today, this will dump. If Bitcoin can hold up, this could make a move. So PONKE, definitely want to watch PONKE. It's getting tight. It's looking good. Thank you for giving us PONKE, my friend. That's spot on. Nice work. What's your opinion on feeling behind in life, even with goals accomplished, academic achievements? I'm 33, no kids, just discipline and a prayer life. Thank you. You know, here's the deal. I'm going to teach you something that's going to blow your mind. This is going to take a second. It's a deep thought. This is a deep super chat. He says, what's your opinion on feeling behind in life, even with goals? You sound like me. I was 31 with no kids. I was on a night shift. I struggled to know where my direction was, and I thought by 30 I was going to be a multimillionaire. I had all these visions of being a boss and have my own, and none of that happened. And because of none of that happened, I got very depressed. And I got very down on myself. And you know what? Less things happened for me because I started using my mind to break myself down and not to break myself up. I started channeling negative frequency. I drank alcohol. I compared myself to my rich friends that were making more than me. And I stayed in a state of kind of depression. And even though on a regular basis on the outside, on the skin surface, I opened the door for people. I always smiled because my dad was good to me and my mom taught me how to be a good person. And when I went to a party, I was generally the upbeat guy at the friend. And when I was around people, I always had fun. I was never a lame-o, I'll be honest. But my life wasn't going where I wanted it to go. So like on the outside, I was a happy guy that seemed like everything was okay. But my bank account was struggling. I couldn't seem to keep myself out of a little bit of, I never got into heavy credit debt, but I always had like $4,000 to $5,000 of credit debt hanging on me. I wasn't good at finances, you know. I couldn't hand, I give money to people all the time now because it's like, I figured out my finances so I can help others, you know. And the point of being financially free is to help other people, man. That's really the key in all different ways. There's so many ways you can help people by being financially free. PONKE looks interesting. So don't beat yourself up. Don't compare. And then I'll tell you something else is, you know, you ever watch, this is going to be really corny, but if you ever watch a sports season, you ever watch if you're into sports and you know, I hope maybe you are and maybe you're not. But in your whole life, I don't know if you ever watched a team, and sometimes the team will have like a really good beginning and then they'll have like a really tough period in the middle. Maybe their starting quarterback gets hurt for a few weeks. And it looks down and out and like things don't look too good, right? But in the end, they end up winning the Super Bowl and it's like this hero arc and it ends up being amazing. You know, that happened to kind of me. Like I look back on my life and now I'm 42. And there was things that were happening to me at 31 that I was really kind of depressed about. And I said exactly what you said right there in that chat. I said, you know, but now I realize why those things were happening to me. And now I use that to help 31-year-olds that were feeling like I did. So now I have the wisdom. And heck, man, people will pay me for that now. I'll sit with someone that age and I could get them out of a rut with an hour. You know, and again, I don't do mentoring like that, but I probably could. Because I was there and I got my... And again, don't take mentorship and advice from people that aren't living the life you want to live. I don't work for anybody else. I never will for the rest of my life. I run my own company, my own business, and I'm going my way. I do it with the help of God and by helping others, you know, and I plan to develop more products and more ideas as I continue to entrepreneur throughout my life. And so my dream and my prayer to God is that I come up with something interesting in the next year that spans off into maybe a different industry. That would be really cool to get some income from another industry too. Just, you know, maybe like a baby product, something I develop. That's kind of on my mind a lot. How much capital and leverage do you use? We answered that question. Bought the red and sold the green. God bless you. And can we check lighter today? So I hope I answered your questions. You know, you might be going through something right now that when you're 40 is going to make sense. And I know that may not be the best thing you want to hear. I'm going through something right now at 40 that's going to make more sense when I'm 50 and 60. I understand that now. I don't get as frustrated when things aren't going exactly as I thought they should. I realize that God has a plan. Now, when you're drinking, hanging out with the wrong people, the devil's around, and things aren't going how they should, I mean, that means you got to correct things. But when you're doing everything you can, you're working out every day, you're drinking healthy lemon water, you're not drinking alcohol, you're doing right by your kids and your wife, you're staying disciplined for your job, and, you know, say you have people that work for you and you show up every day for your job, and you do everything you can to push the needle, then you have no regrets, man, and you should not, you know, then just take whatever's happened to you right now as a blessing and realize that you're going to be able to use it later on in life to help others. And again, I don't have all the answers for you because at your age, I didn't for myself. So we looked at lighter and it looked like a good move there. Lighter might be a buy, and actually now it's consolidating even tighter. And actually, as they tried to stop hunt and slip down, and you can see there was really, seems to be some real, and then because we have another alert there. And again, lighter is still actually in play. Like, it didn't get stopped out either from when I first put it out. And that's now a bull pennant for lighter. That tells me lit's about to get lit. Might be time to grab some lit. Grab a position in lit. And again, I haven't grabbed a position in an altcoin in a long time. But I like to buy things as they begin to grow to fruition. That's a bull pennant. And we haven't seen a bull pennant, like a true bull pennant. I haven't seen a true bull pennant in a long time. Like, 21, above the 200 MA. I mean, that thing is just, and I made a mistake here. I'm posting it to the group so you guys have access to it in your phones, at your hands, at your fingertips. Says it's going to 411. Pretty nice move. Bitcoin trade in position. Looking like the 4 hours, the 5 minutes going to do damage for us here. And look, the trade's right there. What's that white line? My buy? I must be, right? Because I'm like, I didn't make that white line. It won't dissipate. There we go. We want to just see this move, though. We're looking for this. We're looking for you, buddy. We're looking for you, buddy. Over 91,000. You can't believe it. Sam, can you take a look at TRX? That tends to move on the quiet zone a bit. And shout out to these awesome super chats, man. Shout out to Brian Taylor, Vetty Goat, Benga, Nothing But RC. Shout out to iFree, TLA 989, TPT1 Don, Shezmupta, Stars and Ricky Pastana. Reminds me of Travis Pastrana. Vetty Goat, bless you all. And then let's just take a look at the top chat. Oh, no, the top fans. Wow, TPD down one freed, Ricky Pastano, the same people we just mentioned. Stas up in there, Plag Dogs, Capital Flow, Bellico X, Brian Taylor again, my peoples, man. And see if you see your name in there. Thank you so much, TLA, John Connor. Go to the gym, bro. Always holding me down. Story time, Gary C. God bless everybody here on the live. We love you. Light Music, Gibbles, JoJo, and who's the last person there? Sensi Maverick. Hey, still in there, number 50, baby. Shout out to my top fans today. We love you. We appreciate you. And I may still lose this trade. Remember that. Proper risk management is always key. Lighter looks interesting. Looks like it's going to be the one to make us some gains. I think if we focus on anything, lighter looks good. But again, the market's so tight and not much is nice. What if they focus on that for stop hunting? Because there's just not a lot. And they go out, So I'm just weary of the market a little bit. Watching the 1 hour here on Route. I like Route. It's a nice coin. Interesting. 1 hour's back above the 200 moving average. You just want to see it reconnect with the 21 if it's going to do some damage, in my humble opinion. Wow, we went over a lot today. We gave you gold parabolics run. Looks like silver's going to make a run. Even showed you live trades I have going for silver at up $300 on 2,000. Life is good, my friends. Life is good. I'm happy to be alive every single day. I talked a lot this week about how I felt through the glass door. I'm not going to get into it again. But yeah, I got a scar there right near my main artery, and it just reminds me to be blessed every day. Amazing. And that's a scar that, I love that I have, but I also, could have done with never have. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa, that's a lesson right there. Shout out to everyone trading on the exchanges. We like BTCC. We like Weeks. We like MEXC. All right, a really good collection of exchanges that give you access to almost everything you need. From regular buying, to stocks, to other stuff. And, you can buy gold, silver, Tesla, and Bitcoin all in the same account. It's pretty nice. MEXC. Shout out to MEXC holding me down. What a beautiful year we had in 2025, everybody. Monster year for the community. Little pullback there. And what is this ISLM? It's got to be Islam, right? Islamic coin. Yeah. Up huge. Wow. Funny, all right? I mean, not funny, but I mean, hey, if anything could have a religious coin, you think would have a following, right? I don't own any of this. I'm not doing it. You know, I'm just mentioning it. This coin was in like an ascending triangle yesterday. I don't own any yet. Who knows what happens to it? Looks small, actually. It had some TA cooking. Moving averages were tight. Moving average was all right, but I don't know. Silver. I wanted to see ISLM out here. Let me see this. Well, I hit $1 billion in market cap. Wow, this thing really moved. And it is consolidating. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, just gets a huge backing. Anyway, I wouldn't chase. I don't know if I'm just not there yet to get into risky altcoin. It's just not. I don't have it in me. I don't think a lot of people do either. Like, they took the wind out of our sails, man, October 10th. And, yeah. When the price makes a higher high, but RSI makes a double top, does this mean bearish? NASDAQ on the 1 minute. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. He wants E-mini futures on the 1 minute time frame. Number one, you're away for the 21 on the 15 on the 30 minute. That tells me that you ripped up nice, but you're likely going to come back. I don't know. 1 minute looks like it's doing what Bitcoin's doing. So it's kind of like, look at your 5 minute. Like, the more time frames we go, the further we are for the 21. Like the 15's away from the 21. I see the NASDAQ just hanging out here. Like, it's like it either comes up and retests or comes down and gets tight. I traded on the bigger time frames, and this one I'm going to teach you later on today. But I got a trade right here for the NASDAQ. And so I'm going to show you in the macro technical analysis video, right? Tia and George play Clash. Yeah, let's take a look at Clash. George play Casino Royale. $38 million in market cap still, which is pretty good. 77 in liquidity. It did bounce off the bottom there at 1 penny, back up to 3.9. Still is in kind of a lower position, but could it be? I always look at these and I love to speculate on the fact that it could make a giant Adam and Eve double bottom. I don't own any of this. I have nothing to do with it. I do know George personally. I've met him a few times in person around the world. We met in Singapore. We met in Miami. We met many times. I have his number. We've talked behind the scenes. I know George. Nice guy. He reached out to me, just said hi to me one time, introduced me to a couple people. Do we hang out every single day? No. Right? Is he just someone I kind of know? We happen to have each other's? Yes, you know. So, I mean, that looks interesting, though. If you look at it right there, that looks like it has potential to go up 80%. It's inverted head and shoulder. It's made a double bottom, and it's consolidating. Looks like 6.9 may be coming. But not out of jail. Hey. Not for about 60 days. I think he's going to get out on good behavior. You know what, man? I don't know. People will always judge me, but I'm going to leave it there. I just don't judge people, man. Everyone's willing to turn a new leaf and to change. You know? Remember, Jesus hung out with the sinners, man. Right? He turned people that were sinners into good people, and then he could trust them because he's like, if they went back to their old ways, you could tell. Isn't that funny? You know, if you're with someone that's been doing bad, they start doing good, and they start doing a little bit of the bad again. It is pretty obvious. You know? It shows up so fast. Someone asked me about Tron here. Let's do a little analysis on Tron. First thing that Tron has, number one, is it had that uptrend when the market was bearish. Agreed? Like here. And when Bitcoin wasn't doing too well, Tron actually was doing fine. Didn't seem to care. It had its own rhythm, its own beat. You kind of still see that a bit with Tron. And because it's its own ecosystem, and people use Tron to move Tether. Understand? Because Tether is the cheapest on the Tron network. TRC20, you know, is better than ERC20. Way better. Way cheaper, you know, by far. So everyone, if people like Tether and they want Tether, they say, hey, here's my TRC address. My Tron address, because they don't want to be using it Ethereum charge you $4 or $5. Tron costs you like $1 or less. Sometimes like 50, 60 cents or 20 cents. We're talking if, $100,000 move. You're paying 60, $1. You pay like 60 cents to move $1 million on the Ethereum network when if you're using the Tron. I mean on Tron, not Ethereum, but if you're using Tron. My point is it has an edge, right? And I think that also makes it relevant. It's getting used all the time. I don't love this formation. It's not like amazing. Up, down, choppiness, but it looks like choppiness. I don't know the choppiness, but it looks like it could make, a flag here and break out. I'm bullish on it overall. It's got something cooking that the rest of the market doesn't. It looks different. Tron, my first crypto, still holding some. Let's go. Yeah. I just can't promote every single exchange of the game. So sometimes I've tried a few things out. It's worked for me. You know what I mean? But I just want to center my focus. That's all. Doesn't mean it's not a great exchange. It's just centering my focus. That's all. I've had funds there and they've been fine. No issues, so I can stand by that. All right. Tron, my first crypto, still holding. Yeah, Tron was one of the first coins I ever owned. Yeah. Jesus is my real name, but y'all can call me Jay. Funny. For some reason, I use ADA to transfer money. Always have. The fee is 1 ADA. Hey, ain't bad. But you have to get into ADA. Well, Able's like a stable coin. Sits at 30 cents for a year. For some reason. Funny. I'm retired and totally enjoy it. The work and dedication I put in early paid off. It really works. Live below your means, no bad debt, and investments. Amen. And now you get to ride off into the sunset. Look at me, I'm working every day, right? I'm going to pay. When I'm your age, I'm sure this will pay off. I'll be on some yacht with my buddies, smoking cigars when I'm 75 if I'm lucky. Saying, hey, baby, it's going to happen like this. People don't realize how quick the next bull market will come and go and the next bear market will end. You know what I mean? People think it's going to take so long, but I got into this market 10 years ago, 2016. It's now 2026. I can say this will be my 10th year coming up. 10 year in cryptocurrency, man. 10 years. Look at that, man. This thing looks like it's gonna moon us. Can't wait to show the group the second win of the day. When we take out $1,000 out this baby. Let's go. Some told me to double down, man. All in. Like, look, if I went all in on this, remember I was about to go 6,000 for 21,000. Amazing, right? Let's go, baby. We can do it. What would be the liquidation? 89,611. I would lose 12 grand. Stop loss at 94.9 would keep me at 6,000. I'd go 6,000 for $21,000. Oh man, what a trade that would be. And I make 21 grand today. I like to do, it calls my name, but think about it. You do that 4 or 5 times. I have an $18,000 account and you lose that twice. You're kind of devastated. And I think people do stuff like this. Every once in a while, if I see something so bullish that I feel like it has to happen, maybe I'll go 3,000. That actually ain't even that bad. 2,000 for 8,000 ain't bad right there. That's actually a pretty dang good trade. That's even a good trade. 13,000 for 499. That'd still only be down like $800, right? Congrats on everything, Rave Song. Amen. My 5th year in Bitcoin this month. God bless you, bro. Not going to stop. The train is coming. Amen. Dutang, the crypto surfer, tells us how it is. We just got to listen. He's telling you. Do you hear the train? It's coming just like that. Funny, right? So, I'm still in the trade for BTC. It's Friday, baby. We got a pump. I sold a live scalp already on the stream. It's looking interesting. The NASDAQ is bullish. I've given you longs on the NASDAQ. Heck, longs on the S&P. You're going to see it on my video update. Everyone, every night before I go to bed, I'm putting tallow and honey cream on my face. It's non-GMO. It's non-chemical fragrances. It's handmade, and it's from real ingredients. It's made with ingredients inspired by grass-fed tallow, olive oil, and honey. Naturally contains purpleless pollen and royal jelly. Okay? Instructions. And before I go to bed at night, I lather this stuff on. And I'm telling you right now, I look like a different person, man. Like, I wake up the next morning and my face is just so... It actually clears all my acne up. I had a red dot on my nose that's now disappeared and gone. It's taking care of, like, aging space, sunspots on my face. Like, I look like a different person. I looked at myself in the mirror the other day. This stuff is so creamy, and, like, look at that. If you look in there, it's like whipped cream almost. I lather this stuff all over, and it's called Pretty Farm Girls. Yeah, I put stuff on my face from Pretty Farm Girls, and I don't care, you know. It's not made for men. I don't, you know, handmade beauty, man. And so I cover, and it's made in Florida. It's got the state of Florida right there. I cover myself in this every night, man. I lather myself up in this tallow. Okay. Does your pillow smell like bacon? Sometimes. And then before I go to bed, the last thing I do before I go to sleep at night, Brian Johnson, you know that guy that wants to live longer, and he does all the I want to live longer stuff? He has his own olive oil that he is like super anal about. He would not give you garbage olive oil. You can taste it. And Brian Johnson allocates 1.5% of his precise daily calories to this extra olive oil. He is the most measured person in history and a professional rejuvenation athlete. Third-party lab-verified, UV-resistant glass bottle. Consume 1 tablespoon every meal. Taste is peppery and smooth. This is a snake-free product, right? Because it's called snake oil. I take this before bed at night. I take a shot, and, you know, you put it on your food. Polyphenols helps clear your arteries. I'm telling you right now, just research it all. I've been doing a lot of research my whole life. But yes, olive oil before bed, man. It's basically the Mediterranean diet on steroids. So those 2 things I'm doing every night before I go to sleep. A little bit of tart cherry juice as well can really put you to bed with melatonin, give you a deep night's sleep, and help your joints recover as well. So, yeah, just giving you guys some key insight that could help you in your life. Moroccan olive oil is best oil in the planet, brother. Search it up. Thank you. I use women's products all the time. Amen. I mean, that's the best, right? I read something the other day that was funny. You're not ugly. You're just poor. Sammy, does Zcash look bearish on the daily on the symmetrical triangle? It's a good question. If you're asking, maybe it does. But if the whole market rips, it's going to rip. They've been toying with it because they have a lot of retail trading that thing. I did have a setup. It looked nice. Hit that like button. Don't sleep on the macro video. Amen. Thank you for doing that, man. Yeah. It's funny. I didn't do it for 2 weeks just because my schedule got really messed up. And people ask me, hey, are you still doing the macro? I just have 104,000 subs, and you'd love if the macro video got 50,000 views. But you know what it is people sub during big times in the market. They come and go, right? So it's like 100,000 subs, but in crypto, it's a little different. I have to be honest. But 111, we're getting the bounce. Can we get this bounce back to the top of the channel? Breakout, retest. You know, almost the smart move is not to trade Zcash till it gets back above 560. That way you don't get caught up in the game. You know. Your GNA love long, Sam. Doing that stuff. My mom is 98. Takes olive oil. Your Gina, live long, Sam. Doing stuff that my mom is 98. Takes olive oil and apple cider vinegar most of her life. And she's walking fine. Look at that. Yep. Use one source. No, this olive oil is very sourced. You're being earlier now. You're bullish. Sorry, I missed the first part. You're bearish. I don't know, man. No. Dark for now. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know, man. I don't know what you interpret. I don't know how you're interpreting me. He always thought that's what if I was gonna. He says that, and if you do the exact same trade, you'd have but he knows there are new two of the same. What the heck? You guys are insane. You're thinking too much, man. Just learn how to use the 200 and the 21 and stop trying to think me through. Like, you can't figure me out. You don't know me. I could be a time traveler. Yeah. Is it true that the dev of Zcash are selling their share? I did see that. Yes, there has been FUD on the product. Yeah, the devs are leaving. Yeah, I have heard that. Maybe they were coerced. Maybe someone cornered them, don't you think? It could have been something deeper than that. I don't know. I don't mean to, start rumors. I'm just, can a man hypothesize? So Near Protocol looks like it's going to start breaking out and head to $2 out of this kind of inverted head and shoulder to the upside. A lot of coins look interesting. A lot of coins look interesting. This is above the 200 on the 21. I see so many coins above the 200 on the 21. I'll tell you what, the coin that looks the best right now is lighter. Look at this. You know what is also happening is I was saying that fan tokens, football fan tokens are ripping. And they actually gave some news. CZ gave some news. Chili's gave some news yesterday. Chili's, man, right here. They dropped some news. And we used to trade this all the time. Plans to present Chili's 2030 vision in January. So they're here to stay, man. They're not going anywhere. It's a bullish sign that they're going to do something into 2030. And it may create some buzz here. May get them to 5 cents. All right. I want to see this consolidate, but this is definitely something we should pay attention to as well, is Chili's. Not the restaurant and the baby back ribs, even though they're amazing. Chili's baby back rib, barbecues on. When I was a kid, I mean, that was just... Their burgers were really the best, too. You got this giant burger with a knife. It was huge. Free refills. I love Chili's, man. It's really one of my favorite chain restaurants ever made. It was one of the first ones I was like 13, and, I went out with my mom, and then I went to go visit my sister in college. She was going to Emerson College. And she took her little brothers and sisters out. We were like 16 or 15, and she was like, yeah, she's 6 years older than me. So she got to know, yes, I was like 13. She was like 19 or 20. And she took us to Chili's, man, for the night. And I couldn't believe it. I was having, imagine if I went 12, imagine if I did that big trade, man, I'd be up huge. I'd already be up like $5,000 right now. Isn't that crazy? Pull the trigger, Sammy. Go all in, baby. 7,000 for 27,000. Show them who's boss. Show them how to make some serious gains today and stop being such a wuss whammy. Remember the ground round. How do you know the ground round? You're from Boston? Dude, that's crazy. Or did they have them all around the country? There was a ground round in Boston in Cleveland Circle, if I remember correctly. Yeah. I worked at Chili's when I was 16. Dan, you are a big deal. Thanks, bro, for motivating us. Thanks, man. I didn't know I was that big of a deal, but wow. Thanks, bro. Hey, if I'm a big deal to you, I appreciate that. Hey, Sam, what do you think of Giggle? I liked Giggle. The price action was just insane. I have to be honest. Like, just absolutely nuts. And because of that, I had to kind of just stay away from it. Like, it was just too volatile. Like, it would be like 97, then 300, then like 97, then 300, then 150, then 80, then 150, then 140, Let's see. I haven't looked at it in a while since then. I like the premise of it. Free education around the world and Binance and, CZ and all that. The Giggle Fund, it all made sense. Money, watch out for stop hunts, apparently. But wow, they ran it up and ran it down. Yeah, see, like I got into Giggle. I was telling everyone I love Giggle. Giggle's going to be huge. It's going to rip. Then I said it was going to rip here, and then it did rip. All right? And then it came down, and then it ripped again. It did these double, very strange price action. And now you could say it's kind of in this falling wedge that may want to break back to the upside. I actually feel like it broke out, so let's zoom in here. Hard when you have these high-pitched angled candles and then you have the lower ones. Like you could exclude it, but then what, right? Very messy price action. A lot of broken structure. Not what I'm loving or used to. A heavy resistance at 135. Seems like it's attempting to do a double baham, right? What the heck did he just say? A double baham? A double bottom? A double bottom? A double bottom A, For me, it's like maybe the smart move would be like not touch it till it gets back above 80 because at least that's above that resistance. Cup and handle double bottom, though, seems to be brewing maybe the bottom for it. Could be the lows 62. Wu-Tang, rip it hard, yep. Do you know Santarpio's and he's Boston? Of course, man. Some of the best pizza in the game. My dad used to go and get it for me. They actually have a location in Logan Airport now. I was in the airport. I looked, there was a Santarpio's. I was like, no way. Centapio's in the airport. Oh my goodness, over here. Paisan, go get me a slice, huh? I gotta get a slice of Centapio's, huh? I think I was too late to the gate and I couldn't grab the slice. My wife said, hey, we don't have time for the slice. I said, oh no, I'll be late for my plane for that thing. Give me a piece of Centapio's pizza over here. Oh my goodness, you guys got me thinking of it. Oh my God. You know that guy? What's up? What's up? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I like Pepe here, and to me, I'm looking for it to consolidate into a flag on the 4-hour time frame. You know, everything's above its 200 moving average in the 4-hour. That's the beginning of something. I'm in Pepe right now. I've got like a $5,000-$6,000 position, and I may go harder. I really might. Sam, I was born in Boston. Our families were in the same area. Papagino's. Dude, Papagino's, dude? I used to go to Papagino's all the time on Route 1. Oh, my God, I must have seen you there. I threw a meatball at you one day. You stole the Parmesan cheese from my table. I said, hey, give that back. With the checkered tables over here. Sam, I went to Emerson. We get our booze at Beacon Hill. My sister went to Emerson, bro. What year did you go to Emerson? You might know my sister. This is crazy. My God, this is my family. Look at all these Bostonians coming out the woodwork. Yeah. Sam, I was at Boston. Yeah, exactly. Sam, I went to... this is amazing. Look at all this Boston connection here. Wow, I went to Sartopio's when I lived in East Boston. My first girlfriend, my second girlfriend ever. Well, I first got a girlfriend. She was my girlfriend for like a month. I broke up with her. I got another girlfriend. She lived in East Boston. We broke up after like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, and I got back with the first girl. Hey. I was a player even when I was 12, 13 years old over here. I don't know. Hey, I was in my blood, huh? Hey, don't hate the player. Hate the game, man. Before I even knew better, huh? I was a jet setter before I knew better. No, we like ZBCN. I like the 4-hour time frame. We're starting to see the 21 above the 200 touching price action. We just a little more consolidation, but that could be your entry right there for ZBCN as it starts to rip back up to 4 cents. I think you're onto something. Also starting to brew. The DXY is really struggling. When the DXY struggles like this, I mean, all coins do get a leg up. I mean, they're priced in dollars in Tether, so love you and all the lifers. Reliable Jay, God bless you, man. Thanks for the 1111. That's very nice of you. Boston and Toronto have beef, at least in hockey. Boston's still doing well. Yeah. The first black squirrel. It's funny you said that. I can't believe you said that. My dad had a car. He called it the Black Squirrel. Dude, I can't believe you just said Black Squirrel. My dad was obsessed. He was in a movie, and he called. And my sister wanted to make him a taxi driver, and he said, I want to call it Black Squirrel Taxi. He saw his first black squirrel. I think I saw it is either in Boston or New York City. Yeah, we got the Black Squirrel, man. ZBCN looks good, like it's going to move. That's actually a trade to the trading group that looks nice. Dude, when altcoins start to rip again, people are going to come back into this market. They're going to wish they had someone like me going over the coins every single day for them in a Discord, handing them to them in a platter, right? Irish connection. Shout out to my Irish people. Slancha. Yeah. You said the top of the screen is a bit cut off. It kind of should be. That's kind of the move. You know? Well, let's see here. I could maybe just inch it down. There you go. That's better. I appreciate you. Thank you for saying something. You were just helping out. Very nice of you to see that detail. I'm watching 1 minute chart, sir. Amen. Yeah. ZBCN, my highest conviction altcoin. I can't believe you have conviction in any altcoin, but God bless you. No, I'm just, no, but see, good for you, man. I like that. I got conviction. I mean, I still got some soul and some other stuff. I mean, soul looks like it's going to rip. Everything is touching the 21 above the 200, making these flags. I've seen these play out many times, the whole market. The thing is, once they let us go, they let us go. Bitcoin hits 100K and everyone goes, oh, man. And the shorts finally just get absolutely rocked. We've got enough shorts up there to get us to the top. They got a bunch of liquidations at 94. They all short 94,000 and hug and think they're not going to get hit. Let's see, man. I'm up 10% on this trade. We'll see where it goes. We've been there a couple times, but only time will tell. I like what I'm seeing. Wow, it's 12:02. I got to do my top-down analysis for BTC. I love the headphones you're rocking. Looks professional. Yeah, thanks, man. It's just like, instead of rocking the big old, like, you know what I mean? One day I just decided, like, why do I need big headphones? You know what I mean? It also messes up my hair. And, like, and I was looking like, does Dave Leverman have big headphones on? Does any announcer have? No one has big. Can't even notice the headphones, really, right? I could even hide them if I want. I could put them up my, right here, and they would just come up my neck. I could put them through my shirt, and you wouldn't even see them on the tie. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. It'll just come right up like that. You won't even see them. All you'll see is just the necklines. It'll be so classy. If I have time. But it looks like I may. It looks like me and Jason Casper may get a chance to chill. I don't want to say exactly when. I feel like there's already, like, you never know, man. I'm just, we're two exclusive people here. We want to make sure we stay on the low, right? But, yeah, man. And if we get to time to do some, like, footage together or hang out, we'll let you guys know, and you'll see it. It will be pretty fun. You can use AirPods. That's true, too. Yeah, but things aren't the same. I don't know. I'd have to connect to the Bluetooth. I don't know if, I think they do have lag. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I even had my AirPads even had lag at, like, on an airplane the other day. Lost the Dash. Could you advise on the 4-hour in the 1 day? Remember I said Dash didn't look too good, man. I mean, you said the 4-hour in the daily. I would just look at your daily, see what the daily's back to that 200 moving average. It's either a buy or, I don't know. I don't like buying the bottoms, man. Unless it's Bitcoin. I don't like buying the bottoms of something that I truly believe in. I mean, it's hugging the 200 moving average. You could say this was actually it, and it broke out. Look for it to make an inverted head and shoulder. You understand? Like, why wouldn't a privacy coin pump? If everything's in a pump, you think a privacy coin would pump too. Yeah. AirPods microwave your brain. Oh my God, that's so scary. Sammy Casper Cypher. Decked wireless headphone would be sharp. Interesting. You ever do ice baths, Sammy? I did that for years, like 10 years ago. That's so 10 years ago, man. You kids are into ice baths now, man. We were doing Wim Hof 10 years ago, me and my clan. Come on now. No, but seriously, like, I was into cold showers, cold baths. This stuff has been going on for years. Yeah, I think it's good for you. I think it's fun. I like it. I think it's challenging. I think it kind of gets you going for the day. I don't personally need it. I have great genes, great energy. But hey, if you want to do it all day long. I put you on the TV in the living room. Shout out to my wife and kids, Leon and Alan. Shout out to your kids, man. Shout out to Leon and Alan. Is it Leon or Leon? Leon, because you have, Leon. That is my sister's, partner's son's name too. So we love that name. Humor me. What are you listening to? I'm listening to Chroma by Fellow Mo Life. I don't even know what that is. And remember, everyone, subscribe to the Sam Price channel. All right? I've got another channel where I'm going to kind of show you the behind, a little bit more of my life and stuff like that. Secrets revealed, things that I know about the past, present, and future. I believe I'm a cosmic being with some really cool connections to the way I give information, and I think you should come and check it out with me. Have you tried keto? I've been on since New Year's. I feel amazing. I think I'm always kind of keto in a way. I mean, I'm light carb, heavy protein. Yeah. Just bought some of that face stuff, Sammy, see? And I should ask them for an affiliate, man. I'm selling that stuff like hotcakes right now. Man, it's telling you it's making me look young. And I feel, every morning I feel amazing. I can feel it on my face. I can feel the way I look. This looks like it's going to blast to the upside. I'm still in the trade, baby. Now we add another 100 to what we already made, see? By not being greedy, we may continue to win. But it's so important we get the greed out and we stay positive and we stay humble. Everyone, I'm going to jump out of here for the day. I love you. I appreciate you. Let me take a look at the fan funding and see what's happening. Yep. Love you all the lifers. Can you look at Solana? It's in a double bottom. About to do some serious damage. And Solana's in the flag. I just went over it as well. PEPE looks good for a buy as it can consolidate into an inverted head and shoulder and break out on the 4-hour time frame. Could give you about a day and a half till the entry on the right shoulder. Shout out to Underground Crypto, Ira Singh, Reliable J, Sumit Hardwani, Matthew A, 15M. Shout out to Lazaro Alberto, we love you. We did the TA in class. Shout out to Underground Crypto, we looked at ZBCN, Vedigoat, Brian Taylor. We answered how much capital and all that too, and the leverage. Bought the red and sold the green. We hit that. Vedigoat. Thanks. People underestimate the system, but they can't wait or stick to the system. Think people understate the system, but they can't wait or stick to the system. Interesting. Check your lighter today. Can you check lighter? We did that. Thank you. What's your opinion? Free. We talked about that. PONKE, Sam System, Shez Mupta, Stas, and Ricky Pastrana, man. God bless everybody. Love y'all. You people are amazing. XMR, 4-hour and daily chain is rocking. Any Bitcoin trade running? Yes, we're long right now on Bitcoin. Inside the 4-hour time for the 5-minute entry right now. Take profit at 94.6. I'm putting the stop loss below the 5-minute 200 moving average. If you can see, it's like it's a bull pennant on the 5-minute time frame. That's a 68% chance of a break to the upside. That's a beautiful bull pennant on the 5. The 21's touching above the 200. It's just like, that's my sauce. It doesn't get better. I'm in a long. I'm currently up $96, 13%. $600 in at 47x leverage, gives me a $32,000 position on Weeks. If you want to trade where I'm trading, go to weeks.com to find out more. If you want to jump into the Discord and keep with me, like the stream ends, but you don't want it to end, you want to keep kicking it with me, go to cryptolifer.com. Hit the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. I'm here every single day, no days off. Since February of 2021, I have not taken a day off. And I know that's, you might spit your coffee out your drink and say that's a lie, but it's absolutely true. It's an insanity that the whole industry knows and they can't take it, but we're going to keep coming. We're not going to stop. I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being amazing. Remember, the secret to success is getting started. You're not going to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. You got to keep pushing one step at a time. I didn't get here overnight. I didn't become a multimillionaire trader overnight. This was a slow process. I started getting into trading 20 years ago. I took a nibble. Little by little, I made more gains, and I didn't give back a lot of the gains I made. Every time I made a big move up, I held that move until I got another move up. And I stayed humble, and I kept grinding, and I believed in God, and I believed in myself. And I love my mom and dad, who, rest in peace, are not with me anymore. God bless everybody. I love you. I appreciate you. Stay amazing. This one's for you, mom and dad. I love y'all. Today is for you guys. It always is. But, man, thank you so much, Irene and Jimmy, Finn and Daisy. You made me strong. You made me amazing. I'm so grateful for everything you've given me. God bless everybody out. I'm jumping out. Thank you. Man, I gotta get going, man. I got things going on here today, man. We're on schedule. You want XMR? You're breaking schedule. Please no super chats after 12 o'clock. It's just not, it doesn't work for me. I love the money, don't get me wrong, but I gotta go, and I don't want to upset you. Dude, just wait for it to come back to the channel. Or if you want to, you know, for me, I'd wait for it to get to the bottom of the channel, or I'd get in right now with a stop below like 429 or 406 actually. Yeah, 406. 401. That's the 4 hour for XMR. I did it, babe. I didn't leave you hanging. I hope he's still here. God bless everybody. I'm out. Thank you so much. Stay squared out. Stay fresh. Stay blessed. It's time to rock, baby. I gotta run. I'll see you on the flip side. Thank you so much for everything. You guys made this show amazing. You guys made this show what it is. I'd be nothing without each and every one of you. Thank you.